everyone and welcome back. Today we're watching some more Outlander. We're on season 7 episode 14 and this one is titled You Dinna Get Used to It. You don't get used to it, basically. You don't get used to it. What, you ask? I don't know. We're gonna find out. Alright, so we're in my in-laws basement right now. I'm on vacation, sort of. Let's get into it. Hopefully we see Lord John. No more of him because we only saw that little scene last episode.
Gout. Oh, don't look so surprised. I wasn't, the way I eat. I can issue you a new warrant of commission this instant. John William Bertram Armstrong.
Stop, huh?
I'm afraid I can't stand long enough to perform a lag.
What's the name he gave? Isn't it?
How's William?
Peace? Reconciliation with Mother England? It is still possible.
Do you want to have to tell your wife that your sons have died in a war that could have been stopped?
America is a son who has dishonored his father. Let that behavior go unpunished, and what becomes of our other colonies, God's blood, perhaps you're right. Perhaps I could pursue peace, but not capitulation. Give me your word, John, that you will never accept the notion of American independency.
Never.
I, Bertram Armstrong, swear to be true to the United States of America, to serve them honestly and faithfully against all their enemies and opposers whatsoever.
The orders of the generals and officers set over me by them.
Gotta do what you gotta do, man.
Officers and generals set over me by them.
It's okay, John. It's alright.
Sing me a song, could at last be
Maybe it's not as grand as the last one, but it'll have to do.
Excuse me.
I assume you have a presentable dining room. Will be most suitable.
Suitable for what, Lieutenant?
Perhaps the gentleman would have the courtesy to explain himself to you, sir, because he just barged through without even so much as a good day to me.
This house belongs to Lord John Grey. He departed when the city fell out of loyalist hands.
Forgive me, General Fraser. I didn't know. I'm Lieutenant
You
Beauty.
didn't ask.
General Washington sent me to survey the condition of various properties in the city. I've been asked to find somewhere he might meet with a few of his generals over dinner, yourself included, as it turns out. And now you won't have to travel far. The dinner will take place here.
Here? When?
This evening.
Then I hope you're at home in the kitchen, since you'll be joining me there. I have an apron that'll suit you just fine.
I love her.
Your pardon, please. Je suis un navet. S'il vous plaît, pardonnez-moi, madame.
No, it's my
Je
fault.
suis un navet.
Might I beg the favor of your name, so I may have the honor of knowing whom I've assaulted?
Claire Fraser. My husband is General Fraser. Et vous, monsieur?
Marie-Joseph Polybroc Gilbert Dumotier, Marquis de Lafayette. À votre service, madame.
She knows him?
General Washington has spoken of your husband. Bon, I will send you a cheese. I brought many fine cheeses from my estate in France. Also wine, olives, preserved fruit, jellied eels, potted meats, and...
It's you who should be catering General Washington's dinner tonight.
Will you be there?
Considering it's being held at the house where I'm staying, then yes.
Why then, madame, I will bring the cheese en personne.
Oh.
I don't know him,
Madame Fraser, you've not tried
but
it.
he's very nice.
These are preserved in a vinegar of champagne with an essence of rosemary and marjoram. Exquisite.
Exquisite.
I am fond of marjoram.
The honor of calling me Gilbert, as those who love me do.
We might have kept Philadelphia had you remained more wakeful.
Perhaps you've noticed, General Lee, we've retaken the city. Or is it you who is sleeping now?
Maybe we should talk about battles before us. I have news. The loyalists who left Philadelphia continue to march north to New York.
He said
Has discovered
olives?
Clinton's
The
camp
fuck is that?
in New Jersey. It
Fuck,
would seem
that
at least
doesn't
part
look
of
like
the
an
British
olive.
army is
Did you enjoy the eels?
Thank you, Mr. Fraser.
The what?
Delicieux.
I guess they weren't olives. I misunderstood.
Bon.
Throw it
Excusez-moi
under the table.
Allow me to present one of my aides de camp, Monsieur Percival Beauchamp.
Beauchamp. Oh, that's my family name. They're from Compiègne. Perhaps we're distant relatives.
Alas, my people are from La Manche.
Are they?
Merci.
Appears the battle
Is that one
is
of
close
her
on us.
ancestors?
But I brought you a small keepsake in honor of your hospitality.
The flag.
How generous, sir.
To the United States of America.
What is a flag but a piece of cloth? And yet it stands for something.
Dude, they're
What does a man
literally
see when he
chilling
looks
with George
at the Stars and
Washington right now.
Stripes? My heartfelt thanks once again, Mrs. Fraser. A meal which sadly may not be recorded in the annals of history, but one to remember.
So thank you for the meal, Mistress Fraser, but she's the one that cooked.
All companies are under my command, General Fraser. We should discuss our dispositions for battle. Perhaps over another dram.
Aye.
Merci beaucoup, Gilbert.
Je vous en prie.
I will throw this in the garbage. Ça goûte la merde. Ooh. Oh. I don't like that. Sorry I missed you. We'll reschedule. Was Ian keeping an eye on William? Forgot his name. On the bastard.
I'd half hoped that I could patch the up a little.
Well, I was scratched by a tree, I think.
Right on my pee-pee.
I do not want to sleep, and I do not want thee washed.
Rachel.
Show me this scratch of yours.
Can't I remember where it is? I think I'll have to search for it.
I want her to get pregnant so bad.
It's the Marquis de Lafayette. He'll go down in history. Now, he brings troops from France that help us win the last battle of the Revolution in Yorktown.
Oh.
And he has excellent taste in cheese.
Oh, okay, it's the cheese. Now we're not gonna throw that in the
Roquefort.
garbage.
General, there's 10 companies of militia. It's impressive. Now, be careful or Brianna will find you in the history books.
It's not always a good thing to be found in the history books.
Something else is troubling you.
300 souls in my hands, Claire.
Hmm.
Never commanded men I didn't again. 300. But all I need just now is you, Sassenach. Well, maybe a wee bit more of that cheese.
Here.
They're so cozy. Just looking at them being together is so cozy. Are you feeling better? He looks better.
Dispatch from General Clinton, sir.
What is your name, sir? And your rank?
William Ransom, Captain Lord Ellesmere, sir.
Now, I have seldom seen such slovenliness in dress, even amongst the private soldiers, sir. You look like a groom from one of my father's estates. And where is your gorget, sir? I could fine you 10 shillings for being out of uniform.
It has been lost, sir. I am no groom, I assure you.
I'm like, oh, he looks good. He looks better, but apparently he doesn't. Well, now that he mentions it, yeah.
Mend your dress, sir. And wash your bloody face before you show it to another officer.
Oh yeah, because he took
Yes, sir.
that out, right? Oof. Okay. He's filthy. Filthy little bastard.
Syracuse. Solidus wormies.
What's that?
What the devil are you doing here?
This is my sister, Frances Pocock. We were told this was your tent. Curtsy to his lordship now, Fanny. Captain Harkness came back.
So,
We ran away.
Oh, the other guy?
Why? Captain Harkness is with the army. Why would you come here of all places instead of staying safe in Philadelphia?
Mostly.
Give back?
I wanted to give this back to you.
Aww. That's nice. She's like, that one was on the house.
What we really want is your protection. I don't think I should have any difficulty making a living with the army, but it's not what I want for my sister. That sort of life.
Mm-hmm.
My sister says you're a good man.
He is. Alright, that's a lot of responsibility, but that's fine. She thinks he's still in there. Oh. Will Roger be back? Don't shoot Roger. Don't shoot Roger. No.
Yeah.
Oh, yes. Shit.
You fucking bastards in my house.
Ready?
No.
Who's that?
Get back in the van! Get back in the van!
Why the fuck are they back?
Just go! That Rob fellow was waiting at our house, Bree.
Oh.
He wanted to ask us questions.
Okay.
We didn't think the children were safe. Thought you might not be safe either.
Okay, yeah. They had to have a reason. They wouldn't just be like, oh, let's go back. Oh.
You will be my laundress.
Your laundress.
Yes.
I don't know how to do laundry.
How difficult could it be?
Well, one needs a kettle, a paddle, some soap.
Borrow them from the other women, or buy what you need.
She doesn't know how.
I'm sure that we can come to another, more reasonable accommodation. I know the names of the coins, but I don't know what you can buy with them. Except for what you can buy in a brothel. My cunt is worth 6 shillings. My mouth is 3. And my arse is £1. If someone gave me 3 shillings, I wouldn't know if you could buy a loaf of bread or a horse with them. I've been in a brothel since I was 10 years old. I earn wages, but I never see them. Madge spends them on our upkeep. And you hand me this.
Well, you can learn how to buy shit.
Stay with the laundresses.
Man, that's
Stay
so
away from the
freaking
soldiers
sad.
until I can find you some more modest clothing. Dressed like that, the last thing I want is for you to be taken for a whore.
I am a whore.
No.
That's all she's ever known, but you don't have to be. She never had a chance, man. Probably her parents sold her to a brothel. Like, that would... At 10 years old.
What the hell are you doing here?
Shh!
You wouldn't believe me if I told you. I surrender. I surrender to you personally, General Fraser.
I'd like to examine that eye.
Well, if what I'm seeing with my good eye is real, you needn't bother with the state of this one.
Look up.
I can't. I rather think my eyeball is set, like a hard-boiled egg.
You think you're joking. Does this hurt? I'll take that as a yes.
Can you help him, Claire?
I don't know, but I'm going to try.
Washington may well end up hanging him for a spy. What the devil were you thinking?
You left me in the hands of an American militia. I escaped only to be discovered again by another American militia. I had to swear an oath of an allegiance to the United States of America to avoid being hanged on the spot. So, here we are.
Here we are.
I'm going to need to grasp your eyeball and turn it a little to free the trapped muscle. Jamie, if you could hold him.
Oh.
I'm going to need both of you to...
Jamie's like, yeah.
Bloody hell are you doing?
I should think it's obvious.
Well, stop doing it.
Why? You want to?
I don't.
He does.
Consent is
Put that on.
sexy.
I told you, you are not a whore. You're certainly not my whore.
Coward.
What?
You heard me. Good night.
No. That's all we can't.
Last time we did.
Last time you wanted to. It wasn't only kindness.
How do you know what I want?
Good night.
I feel like they really have something. It's just like that's all she's ever known, so of course she thinks her only value is in that. So
I can feel you with me. I hope you haven't come with bad news.
talking about your dad? What are you talking about?
My dad. Wondered if he might have come to warn me that I might die in battle. But you came in. I take that as a very good sign.
Does they usually put their paint on alone?
Sometimes we would do it together. You can help me, if you'd like. My uncle says the dead stand at your back when you go into battle. You carry your woman with you. This is you, my dove.
Ernie's right. I think it's time for me and the kids to go to Roger.
But he's gonna come back!
Your laundry, sir. We're even.
Is this because of Captain Harkness? I know you stole the gorget back.
Yeah.
What else did you do?
You best tell him, Janie.
Tell me what?
I knew he'd come back. The bad ones always do. Fanny's maidenhead's worth £10, and Madge was saving her. For a rich man with a taste for newly hatched chicks. Captain Harkness offered 20. I wasn't having that. I asked Madge to send us up together. Said I could keep Fanny from making a fuss. I knew what he was like. He'd toy with you, making you do things, all the while telling you what you meant to do. I had a knife from the kitchen in my gown.
She stabbed him?
I meant to stab him in the back, but you could see on Fanny's face what I was doing. He turned around quick, and there wasn't any choice. I stuck the knife in his throat. I was gonna do it again. Wasn't any need.
Huh.
Blood everywhere. Nobody was surprised when Fanny started screaming. Know what he was up to. He got out through the window, rode with a farmer on his wagon. Will you give me over to a magistrate?
I gave you a high five, girl. Fuck.
Thank you, William.
I haven't got anything else to give you in thanks.
Don't have to.
Jane, I don't need thanks. Don't go.
She's used to life being like an exchange all the time. Like you give something, you get something. She's not used to people just
I need him drilled well enough
offering stuff without expecting anything in return. Which is fucked up, man. I'm glad she killed that guy. He was freaking horrible. The fact that the little girl started screaming and people were just like, nah.
Do you recall me telling you?
It's this
that
guy.
war is lost? I have a correspondence for a Burst von Schnell, a Hessian encamped at Spotswood.
He's the spy.
Our success in the coming battle depends upon it.
I will not fail you again. You have my word.
Was that him that sent him the first time? You know, he met Ian, and when we met Rachel, was he sent by him too? Like he had letters to... Oh, look at that. Your beautiful eye is moving, Lord John.
Jamie said there's no possibility of your exchange happening before the battle, which could happen any day now. I am sorry, John.
A gentleman to see you.
Pardon, Madame Fraser. I have a private message for his lordship. D'urgence, entirely personal.
Personal?
He's my stepbrother. Oh, was. I gather you've already...
He was your
A moment,
stepbrother?
I married one of the sisters of the Baron Amundi.
Congratulations on your marriage. Which one are you sleeping with? The Baron or the sister?
Both, on occasion. Do you know a British captain named Richardson?
I do.
I gather that last year he sent William into the Great Dismal in Virginia with the intention that he should be captured by a nest of rebels who have a bastion there. Presumably they would have let it be known that William had deserted while holding him prisoner, with the aim of discrediting your family, especially the Duke of Pardler.
You're saying that Richardson is a turncoat and a spy?
Yes. And he's at it again, sending your son to a gang of Hessians, this time encamped at a place called Spotswood near Monmouth. There are details here. William will be carrying a cipher that will instruct these Hessians to take him and hold him captive, with the intent of demanding your and Hal's corporation as the price of the boy's life.
Whoa.
Why are you helping me?
Pour vos beaux yeux.
Ha ha.
Who hurt you, John?
Oh.
A man who had a right to touch me.
He was your stepbrother? That's a whole porn category, John. Damn.
William is in danger.
You believe him?
I do.
I can abandon 300 souls for the sake of one, even if that one is my own son.
You used to have 300 souls, now you have 299, and one prisoner, whom you could parole and set free. I'm becoming quite used to wearing irons.
You didn't get used to it. Believe me. Go. Save our son.
Our son! No.
I have a message for Oberst von Schnell.
Erwärmt. Oberst?
Will you have some coffee before you go? Yes, sir. Thank you.
Selbstverständlich. Für Sie, mein Freund?
Thank you.
You've come a long way. Please stay for supper.
Okay, so if I'm being perfectly honest, William does not need this. He doesn't need this. Neither do I. I don't need him to be tortured. I really don't. Honestly, like, I really hope that we freaking, like, I hope we skipped ahead. I don't know how far he was from that place and how far we are of him. I don't think we're that far. I hope not. Like, that's the thing with Outlander. Most of the time, and how could I? You know, I have no idea of, like, the distance we're at. Sometimes we'll be like it, because when they travel and they go to some place, it's like, it's weeks of traveling. And now I have no idea how far we are from William. Hopefully he's probably gonna get tortured a little bit. Like, of course, he'll be like, no, you misunderstood. He'll be like, no, I don't think we did. So, he doesn't need this. And there's too many of them. Like, I'm sure he can probably take them. Well, take 2. It's just like, it depends. I don't know. I don't like this man. He's so sweet too. He's like, this is my redemption. Like, I'm gonna get back to it and, like, do good. And then he gets there and he's like, there you go. I have some correspondence. And they're like, he's like, yeah, I'll have some coffee. I will stay for supper. Thank you very much. And then he's gonna get beat up. Thankfully, Lord John is coming to his rescue. I'm so happy Lord John is back with us and that now he's gonna go, and Jamie being like, go save our son. That friggin' right there, bud. Hit me right in the field. I don't like it when there's tension, and especially since, from what I've gathered, this storyline of Lord John having, sex with Claire, and then the whole scene where Claire and Jamie confront each other in the situation, like, I did not see it that way. I feel like what you guys are saying, that in the book it was more about him having, like, his PTSD from Black Jack, which once it was mentioned, I was like, oh yeah, totally, like, it does make sense. But at that time I was just like, I saw it, I thought the storyline would be funnier, would be like played a bit more on the funny side of like, not funny, but you know what I mean, like less with the, oh my god, like he beat him up and then Lord John being taken and tortured in his eye and just like this whole thing. I was just like, whoa. But knowing what I know now about the books, I can see it. I understand it better now. So thank you guys for, you know, mentioning it, because I think it's very relevant. Like I saw Jamie's reaction way more of like, ugh, like what are you doing, dude? But apparently he has this constant fear of Claire leaving him or just like not being good enough, I guess, and his PTSD with Black Jack Randall. So everything adds up. It's just like I did not expect it to be like this. So yeah. I like Jane. I like her. I'm so glad that she saved her sister and killed that guy, because he, you know, it's one guy, but it's probably such a common thing. Like they're seen as objects, and just like she said, like this is worth 3 shillings and this is worth 6 and this is a pound. So it's really just you pick and choose what you want. Like it's, oh, I'm gonna order this and that. Like it's a whole person. And it's just awful hearing about that and knowing that she's been there since she was 10 years old, and now her little sister. I don't blame her one bit for doing what she did. I'm sure that all the other girls, when they learned that this guy was stabbed, they were just like, one less, I guess, you know? Yeah, I like her, and I get her character. You know, I understand how she's portrayed. I think it makes sense, like from what she's been through and the way she thinks, and I'm sure that that's her way to show that she's grateful, and she just she's doing that for her sister. She's like, I have one thing to offer. I've had one thing to offer my whole life, so she thinks. I'm not saying that's all she has to offer, but that's what she thinks. Doesn't have a lot of knowledge about just like doing regular stuff, which is heartbreaking, but I mean, the whole thing is about her and her sister, but mostly her sister being protected, and just so she doesn't fall into that life and has to do the things that she's been doing. So, and I'm glad that William is not, you know, he sees her for more than what she's worth to other people. So I like that. I like that about their relationship. I think what we've seen of them, it's not out of the blue. Like you could see that there was something, and that she saw that he was kind, and that he was really sorry about their first encounter, that he scared her a little bit. So yeah, she wouldn't have come to him if she didn't think that he would protect them and try to help her and her sister. So I do like that, and I hope that she just gets away with it, man. I support women's rights and wrongs. You know what, actually, I was there and he lounged at her first, and it was self-defense. Roger's still not back, but now she wants to go to him, and I feel like, please go to the stone and just like cross paths. Like it doesn't matter if she goes or he goes. I hope he goes when they're getting there, and they just like find each other on their way back, because we have no idea what Roger's doing, but I feel like he would be trying to make his way back as well. I just don't want them to come on, leave a note, you know? I feel like if they do this, I feel like Brianna would be smart enough to leave a note and be like, hey, Roger, if you're back, well, I don't know. I just don't know how that one will play out, but I'm very excited. Rob Cameron he's relentless. I have to kill him. Just saying. It was really good, and I'm excited for the next one. So that was Outlander Season 1. I wish. Season 7, Episode 14. You didn't get used to it. I hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you for the next one. Thank you so much for watching.